Welcome friends. Now today we'll discuss about electrocardiogram or ECG. Investigation of cardiovascular disease. Several investigations may be required in the diagnosis of cardiac disease and assessment of its severity. Basic tests such as electrocardiography, chest X-ray and echocardiography can be performed in an outpatient clinic or at the bedside, whereas more complex procedures such as cardiac catheterization, radionuclide imaging, computed tomography and magnetic resonance imaging require specialized facilities. Now ECG. ECG is used to assess cardiac rhythm and conduction and is the main test used in the diagnosis of myocardial ischemia and infarction. The physiological basis of an ECG recording is the fact that electrical depolarization of myocardial tissue produces a small dipole current which can be detected by electrode pairs on the body surface. These signals are amplified and either printed or displayed on a monitor. During sinus rhythm, the SNO triggers atrial depolarization, producing a P wave. Depolarization proceeds slowly through the AV node, which is too small to produce a depolarization wave detectable from the body surface. The bundle of His bundle branches and Purkinje system are then activated, initiating ventricular myocardial depolarization, which produces the QRS complex. The muscle mass of the ventricles is much larger than that of the atria. So the QRS complex is larger than the P wave. The interval between the onset of the P wave and the onset of QRS complex is termed the PR interval and largely reflects the duration of AV nodal conduction. Injury to the left or right bundle branch delays ventricular depolarization, widening the QRS complex. Selective injury of one of the left fascicles, hemiblock, affects the electrical axis. Repolarization is slower and spreads from the epicardium to the endocardium. Atrial repolarization does not cause a detectable signal, but ventricular repolarization produces the T wave. The QT interval represents the total duration of ventricular depolarization and repolarization. This is the electrocardiogram. The components correspond to depolarization and repolarization. The upper limit of the normal range for each interval is given in brackets. Here we are seeing P wave, that is atrial depolarization, QRS complex ventricular depolarization, T wave ventricular repolarization. P wave is 0.12 second, QRS wide is 0.10 second, PR interval is 0.2 second, QT interval 0.42 second, 0.42 second at rate of 60 beat per minute. Now, how to read a 12 lead ECG? Examination sequence. Rhythm strip is lead 2 to determine heart rate and rhythm. Cardiac axis normal if QRS complex is positive in leads 1 and 2. P wave shape. Tall P waves denote right atrial enlargement, that is P pulmonary, and notched P waves denote left atrial enlargement, that is P mitral. PR interval normal is 0.1 to 2.2 second. Prolongation denotes impaired atrioventricular nodal conduction. A short PR interval occurs in all Parkinson-White syndrome. QRS duration. If more than 0.12 second, ventricular conduction is abnormal, that is left or right bundle branch blocked. QRS amplitude. Large QRS complexes occur in slim young patients and in patients with left ventricular hypertrophy. Q waves may signify previous myocardial infarction. ST segment. ST elevation may signify myocardial infarction, pericarditis, or left ventricular aneurysm. ST depression may signify ischemia or infarction. T waves. T wave inversion has many causes, including myocardial ischemia or infarction and electrolyte disturbance. QT interval normal less than 0.42 second, QT prolongation may occur with congenital long QT syndrome, low potassium, magnesium or calcium, and some drugs. ECG conventions. Depolarization towards electrode, that is positive deflection. Depolarization away from electrode, that is negative deflection. Sensitivity 10 millimeter is equal to 1 millivolt. Taper speed 25 millimeter per second. Each large 5 millimeter square is 0.2 second. Each small 1 millimeter square is 0.04 second. Heart rate is equal to 1500 divided by RR interval in millimeter, that is 300 divided by number of large squares between beats. Now the 12 lead ECG. The 12 lead ECG is generated from 10 electrodes that are attached to the skin. One electrode is attached to each limb and 6 electrodes are attached to the chest. In addition, the left arm, right arm, left leg electrodes are attached to a central terminal acting as an additional virtual electrode in the center of the chest. The right leg electrode acts as an earthing electrode. The 12 leads of the ECG refer to recordings made from pairs or sets of these electrodes. They comprise three groups: 3 dipole limb leads, 3 augmented voltage limb leads, and 6 unipole chest leads. Leads 1, 2, and 3 are the dipole limb leads and refer to recordings obtained from pairs of limb electrodes. Lead 1 records the signal between the right negative and the left positive arms. Lead 2 records the signal between the right arm negative and the left leg positive. Lead 3 records the signal between the left arm negative and the left leg positive. These three leads thus record electrical activity along three different axes in the frontal plane. Leads AVR, AVL, and AVF are the augmented voltage limb leads. These record electrical activity between a limb electrode and a modified central terminal. For example, lead AVL records the signal between the left arm positive and the central negative terminal, formed by connecting the right arm and left leg electrodes. Similarly, augmented signals are obtained from the right arm AVR and the left leg AVF. These leads also record electrical activity in the frontal plane, with each lead 120 degrees apart. Lead ABF thus examines activity along the axis positive 90 degree and lead AVL along the axis minus 30 degree, and so on. When depolarization moves towards a positive electrode, it produces a positive deflection in the ECG. Depolarization in the opposite direction produces a negative deflection. Average vector of ventricular depolarization is known as the frontal cardiac axis. When the vector is at right angles to a lead, the depolarization in that lead is equally negative and positive, that is isoelectric. The QRS complex is isoelectric in AVL, negative in AVR, and most strongly positive in lead 2. The main vector or axis of depolarization is therefore 60 degree. The normal cardiac axis lies between minus 30 degree and plus 90 degree. There are 6 chest leads V1 to V6 derived from electrodes placed on the anterior and lateral left side of the chest over the heart. Each lead records the signal between the corresponding chest electrode positive and the central terminal negative. Leads V1 and V2 lie approximately over the right ventricle, V3 and V4 over the interventricular septum, and V5 and V6 over the left ventricle. The left ventricle has the greater muscle mass and contributes the major component of the QRS complex. The shape of the QRS complex varies across the chest leads. Depolarization of the interventricular septum occurs first and moves from left to right. This generates a small initial negative deflection in lead V6 Q wave and an initial positive deflection in lead V1 R wave. The second phase of depolarization is activation of the body of the left ventricle, which creates a large positive deflection or R wave in V6 with reciprocal changes in V1. The third and final phase involves the RV produces a small negative deflection or S wave in V6. Here the diagram showing the sequence of activation of the ventricles. A. Activation of the septum occurs first, the red arrows, followed by spreading of the impulse through the left ventricle, LV blue arrows, and then the right ventricle, RV green arrows. B. Normal electrocardiographic complexes from leads V1 and V6. Here is the appearance of of the different leads of ECG in frontal plane. The AVR here is 210 degree, AVL minus 30 degree, one lead is 0 degree. The appearance of the ECG from different leads in the frontal plane. A diagram showed the normal. B, that is left axis deviation. B indicates left axis deviation with negative deflection in lead 2 and positive in lead 1. C denotes right axis deviation with negative deflection in lead 1 and positive in lead 2. Thank you, friends.